Welcome to this eLearn security training lesson on Whois lookups. In this video, we will see how to gather information regarding a domain by using the Whois protocol. We will use both offline and online tools to perform our lookups. For the purpose of this video, we will use our online testing website located at www.elsefoo.com. Starting with the online tools, we can visit one of the various Whois lookup services made by ICANN. Here, we give as an input our domain name and click on Lookup to start the lookup. The fancy thing about ICANN is that it separates the information obtained into sections. For example, we can look at the contact information to get information regarding the tech, admin, or registrant, while we can check registrar for information about the record keeping and so on. Here, we can find the information such as the Whois server used to perform the Whois lookup, the URL of the registrar, and the registrar name. Please keep in mind that companies hold their domains at domain registrars for better services and management. This is the reason why we're not seeing our target name as a registrar. Moreover, rarely during our penetration test will we find our target domain mentioned as the registrant, while most of the times we will see a message which will let us know that the registrant prefers to stay private. In our example, this is what happened. Notice that we can still contact the real owner of the domain though, since some contact emails will be displayed on the Whois lookup outpost. Those are not usually the real emails of the owner, but if an email is sent to them, it will be forwarded to their account. As we scroll down, and we pass by the admin and tech support emails, we can also notice some street addresses. Those, again, may not belong to the owner or the target company, but to the registrar company. Sometimes, we may not be able to get full information about the domain. For example, let's see what we get when we use the Namecheap's Whois lookup service. As we can see, we obtain some information like the name servers, the registrar name, and URL, but there is only a limited amount of information. It is said that as soon as we know the registrar, the best way to obtain the Whois information is by using its own Whois server. Namecheap provides us with a URL, which we can visit to query the website via the GoDaddy's Whois server. Again, we are able to see all the available information from the Whois protocol response. We can now be sure that we obtained all the information required regarding the website from the Whois lookup. Now that we have seen how Whois lookup works by using online tools, let's see how we can perform the same tasks with local offline tools. For our examples, we will use the Whois tool, which is the default tool for the Whois directory service. If we use Whois and provide the domain name right after it, the tool will try to guess the right Whois server to contact. If it fails, it will then ask whoisnetworksolutions.com or whois.arin.net for the IP addresses and host names. In our first example, we let Whois automatically look for the best Whois server. After a couple of seconds, we can see its response on our terminal window. Since we already have this information, we can proceed into a more efficient way to perform Whois lookups. If you remember, the registrar of our domain is GoDaddy, and the registrar Whois server is located under whois.godaddy.com. We can use the -h option in order to instruct the tool to use a different Whois server. As we can see, the GoDaddy's Whois server was used, and we can now examine the detailed results. Whois lookup is a significant step during our penetration test. We can find a lot of information, either for the domain or its owner. We highly encourage you to use the online and offline tools available, as their combination may reveal more information about the target domain. Thanks for joining us.